If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop.
It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, because first he says we're consenting adults, which was bizarre because it sounded like he wanted to date me. Then he asked to fight me, and I'm hearing now he wanted to bite me. And then the last post he made was in front of a cache of automatic weapons where he says anytime, any place. So make up your mind. Do you want to date me, fight me, bite me, or shoot me? It's crazy.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of What Was That? I'm Gabe Sanchez. Well, it's another day on Capitol Hill, which means it's another day where Republicans are resorting to physical violence. And this time it was Senator Markwayne Mullin trying to fight a witness during a hearing.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I said it back in January when Mike Rogers tried to fight Matt Gaetz on the House floor, and I'll say it again now. Republicans are acting like a bunch of high schoolers from Mean Girls.
Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared.
I don't know what's in the GOP's water on Capitol Hill, but holy shit, get it together, act like civilized people, and do your job. Is that too much to ask? Actually, don't answer that. You've got Tim Burchett accusing Kevin McCarthy of hitting him in the kidneys, and Markwayne Mullin wanting to punch Teamsters President Sean O'Brien.
I wasn't mad, first of all. So when you get mad, you get angry, you lose your mind. First thing I thought of when I stood up, I thought, I'm going to break my hand on this guy's face. I'm going to take my wedding ring off.
You actually
Usually
thought
will.
you were going to come to blows in that moment.
I had full intentions of doing that. Absolutely.
By the way, Mullen's first name is not two names. You'd think Mark Wayne would be Mark Space Wayne, but nope, it's just one word smushed together. Markwayne. Mark Wayne sounds like a knockoff Mark Twain. I mean, even the people from his own state of Oklahoma think it's stupid. His name is so popular that only 1 out of 8 billion people have it, and it's this guy. Anyway, during a hearing, Mullen single-handedly debunked the GOP's narrative that women are just too emotional to hold office or be in positions of power.
Greedy CEO who pretends like he's self-made. Sir, I wish you was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Okay, couple things I want to point out here. Mullen is a trust fund baby who inherited his dad's successful plumbing business after he fell ill. This idiot never started a damn thing in his life. And as for that tweet, Mullen made sure not to mention the last part. Hashtag little man syndrome, which further bolsters the idea that Mullen is not only a petulant child, but also a
Pussy ass bitch.
By the way, do you think Mullen ever called Ron DeSantis and asked him where he bought his little high heel boots? I'm just goofing.
New boot goofing. Oh.
And the greedy CEO part came from this moment back in March of this year. Oh, and before I play the clip, I just want to let you all know that while this might look like the same exact clip that we just watched between Mullen, O'Brien, and Sanders, it's not. Trust me.
Don't tell me I'm out of line.
Well, you frame,
don't tell me. I'm making a statement.
you
Sir,
frame the statement
you need to
as a
shut
tough
your
guy.
mouth
Yeah.
because you don't know
You're
what
gonna
you're
tell me to shut
talking
my
about.
mouth?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Yes,
Tough
yeah.
guy. I'm not
Senator,
afraid of physical.
Senator,
You don't have
hold
to be,
it.
but don't sit there and tell me I'm out of line.
Senator, you made a statement. You asked the question.
I didn't ask a question.
You did it.
You did.
I answered the question.
You asked the question about how
Well, it was
much money.
rhetorical.
Let him answer.
It was a rhetorical
Well,
question.
you may think it's rhetorical.
It was
Sounded to me
rhetorical.
like a question. Let him answer the question.
I'm not yielding my time to him.
My salary, if you follow me around, I actually look at this building. I bet you I work more hours than you do. Twice as many hours.
That's impossible. But
No, that's true.
Sir, you don't know what hard work is. You
Secondly,
wanna follow my schedule,
Secondly, I'll do it in a
follow it.
minute.
That's
we
not-
hold greedy CEOs
That's
like yourself
not-
accountable.
You call me a greedy CEO?
Oh, yeah, you are. You want to attack my salary, I'll attack yours.
Here,
What
go
did you
ahead.
make? What did you make when you owned your company?
When I made my company, I kept my salary down at about $50,000 a year because I invested every penny into it.
Okay, all right. You mean you hid money?
Okay, let's just clear this up real quick. Mullen says I kept my salary down at about $50,000 a year because I invested every penny into it. Well, here's the thing. That is intentionally misleading.
Not so fast, cowboy.
According to Mullen's financial disclosure, when he first entered Congress, he stated that his private sector salary was $92,000 and reported between $200,000 and $2 million in income in 2012 from two family companies, and another $15,000 to $50,000 from shares he held in a bank. In 2011, Mullen also made well over $50,000. His salary was over $77,000, and his other income from the same two businesses was also over $200,000. He also reported over $50,000 in rent that year from Mullen Properties. And then he had $1.4 million in PPP loans forgiven. But he has the audacity to complain about student loan forgiveness?
Typical, typical.
So when Mullen gets triggered by O'Brien's tweets in two different Senate hearings that are months apart from each other, it's because there's truth to it. Mullen, like every other Republican who claims to be self-made or a business owner who pulled themselves up by their bootstraps, well, guess what? They're lying. Something tells me that Mullen would probably benefit from some breathing exercises and also using today's sponsor, Beam. Did you know that poor sleep can cause weight gain, mood issues, poor mental health, and lower productivity? Sleep is the foundation of our mental and physical health and performance in our days. Having a consistent nighttime routine is non-negotiable. I know in my own life, sleep is something that I always try to work on and improve, or else I just end up being unproductive, and as a result, my work suffers. Introducing Beam Dream. You know we've been raving about Beam Dream's powder, their healthy hot cocoa for sleep. And today, my listeners get a special discount on Beam's Dream Powder, their best-selling healthy hot cocoa for sleep with no added sugar. Now available in delicious seasonal flavors like cinnamon cocoa, sea salt caramel, and white chocolate peppermint. Better sleep has never tasted better. Dream contains a powerful all-natural blend of reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, melatonin, and nano CBD to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. A recent clinical study revealed Dream helped 93% of users wake up feeling more refreshed, and 93% reported that Dream helped them get a more restful night's sleep. Just mix Dream Beam into hot water or milk, stir or froth, and enjoy before bedtime. Personally, I'm a big fan of the cinnamon cocoa flavor, and I was pleasantly surprised to find out how well it worked to help me fall asleep and stay asleep through the night. Find out why Forbes and New York Times are all talking about Beam and why it's trusted by the world's top athletes and business professionals. If you want to try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder, take advantage of their biggest sale of the year and get up to 50% off for a limited time when you go to shopbeam.com/Gabe. The discount is auto-applied at checkout, no code necessary. That's shopbeam.com/Gabe for up to 50% off. Winter is here, and for me, that means struggling to find the right temperature when I sleep. I recently found a way to stay at the perfect temperature all night long using silver-infused bed sheets by Miracle Made that were inspired by NASA. Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, so you get a better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands, and feel as nice if not nicer than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. Miracle sheets are the perfect gift for your spouse, friends, or family. I mean, who doesn't want better sleep and luxurious feeling bed sheets? And since these come with 3 free towels, you get 2 gifts in one, just in time for the holidays. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Go to trymiracle.com/Gabe to try it today, or gift it to someone special this holiday season. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Save over 40%. And if you use our promo Gabe at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Gabe to treat yourself, a friend, or a loved one this holiday season. Anyway, back to Mullen's most recent schoolyard tantrum with O'Brien.
Mr. O'Brien, do you want to respond to
Yeah, go
the
ahead,
question?
please.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality of it is,
Accept my challenge, tough
Mr.
guy.
Mullen, tough guy.
Hold it. Answer the questions.
All right, you're one. He made a lot of statements, right? And his statements are fiction at best.
Fiction, I read them.
Can you
What?
answer the question, please?
I can't understand him, to be honest with you.
All right.
He rambles so much. What was your question, actually?
Well, you said I made a lot of statements.
No, but what's your question? I don't understand your question. Could you repeat it?
You said anytime, any place.
What's your question?
Accept the challenge.
What challenge?
You said anytime, any place. I'm accepting yours, so why don't you come
What
back?
challenge? What challenge are you talking
April
about?
30th. How about we do it for a charity at the Smoking Guns in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
No, we're not going to be
what was the
talking about
challenge?
physical confrontations here.
You want to fight me?
What'd you say about anytime, any place?
Let's have coffee, discuss our differences.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
All right, well, let's sit down and have coffee.
Let's
I'd
do
love
it.
to.
All right. I'd love to.
But
It's funny how you're backing out.
Okay.
I don't back on anything.
You did.
You're the one. You're a 100.
Senator-
Should be the most influential people in this country making changes.
Senator
You're
Hassan-
focused on.
Okay.
You're
Thank
focused
you.
on
Why did
debate
you-
that's not even
Why-
relevant.
Keep texting
You're an
me and they got
embarrassment.
silence.
You're an
Excuse me.
embarrassment.
Then went
That's what you
silence
do.
after.
You're an embarrassment.
Now, it's important to remember that O'Brien never mentioned violence or fighting in his original tweet, but Mullen happily resorted to fighting in a cage match like it was a scene from Mad Max.
Welcome to another edition of Thunderdome!
This is pretty much Mullen right now.
Cage matches, yeah, they work. How could they not work?
I mean, you gotta love Republicans resorting to violence to solve their problems. And you wouldn't believe it, but this is not the first time that Mullen, a sitting senator, has challenged O'Brien to a fight. In June, Mullen challenged O'Brien to an MMA fight, and it was over that same exact tweet, only proving that Mullen is very sensitive. Though I'm not exactly sure that I would actually trust Mullen, considering that he admitted to biting during fights.
By the way, I'm not afraid of biting. I will bite.
Biting?
I'll bite 100%. Yeah, I'm in a fight. I'm going to bite. I'll do anything. I mean, I'm not above it, and I don't care where I bite. By the way, it just is going to be a bite.
I'm not even going to ask any further questions on that. I think that basically speaks for itself.
And after the hearing, this is how Mullen excused his behavior.
I think any other response kind of would have been a little gutless.
I would agree with that. I mean, what did people want me to do? If I didn't do that, people in Oklahoma would be pretty upset at me. That's not how we raise, and I'm supposed to represent Oklahoma values.
You sure about that?
And according to Hannity, this is how he excused Mullen's behavior.
When I grew up, it was a little bit of a different time. When me and my friends, when we played football, when we played basketball, I played hockey, I don't think there was a single day that we were playing sports where we didn't drop the gloves or, have a brief interlude of, throwing fists and it'd be over. You pick up and you start playing again. When all of a sudden did we become that woke that the thought of two people, one responding to a threat directly saying, okay, you threatened me, here's your opportunity, take me up on it.
Yeah, well, it's political correctness. It's all of a sudden you got to worry about somebody's feelings, but oh, by the way, the left can say whatever they want.
Sean Hannity has never gotten into a fight in his life, but also Mullen claims that he would have beaten up O'Brien if it wasn't for political correctness.
Sure, Jan.
And since O'Brien called Mullen a 12-year-old schoolyard bully, I think it's important to acknowledge how on brand that is. Mullen reportedly fingered the nostrils of his colleagues and their spouses during a visit to Israel.
Ew!
And as tough as Markwayne Mullin pretends to be, the fact is, he just isn't. Mullen claims to be tough and stand for what's right. However, when Matt Gaetz showed him and other Republicans videos of girls that Gaetz had slept with, he didn't say a damn thing. Well, that was until Gaetz tried to oust Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker, so yeah, not so tough.
You got to think about this guy. This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night. This is obviously before you got married.
Also, considering the claims against Matt Gaetz sleeping with underage girls, the fact that Mullen stayed quiet is not a great look for him. Mullen also claimed to be a tough guy and object the certification of President Joe Biden. You know, the very thing that drove MAGA to storm the Capitol and leave tough guy Mullen crouched behind a chair fearing for his life. Y'all ever see a cowboy piss himself on the House floor? So much for being a former regional level MMA fighter with 3 fights under his belt. Just remember, at the end of the day, cosplaying cowboy Markwayne Mullin and every other Republican are just a
pussy ass bitch.
Well, that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to follow me at I am Gabe Sanchez. If you liked today's episode and want more What Was That? Well, you're in luck. You can join the What Was That Patreon and pick your tier to unlock exclusive content and perks not available to the public. Think of it like having backstage access to my show. You can subscribe at patreon.com/IamGabeSanchez. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?